And I found what His Excellency Atiku Abubakar was talking about, the comparison. And yet people still come to say, oh, this number of lanes in Egypt is 1.8 billion, and it is 300 kilometers. I mean, people darken council without knowledge. You should be able to say something is white, is as white as what, Now, we have ESIA certificates on the project. That's number one. Number two, was the project listed in appropriation? Yes. The project is in 2023 supplementary appropriation. Now, the estimate, the budget is an estimate. What is in the budget is different from the cost of the project. And you can split the project, but you can section the project. And so that has answered that question. How was the project, procured? Under the Procurement Act, there are three, my party secretary is a procurement expert, and I have a very good DPP and good directors. But the project was approved by Federal Executive Council under restrictive, procurement. And it is in the law that when you have specialized project to do, where you have very limited people that can engage in such project, you can use restrictive, procurement. And the only place you will find where concrete was done and successful was in Ebonyi State under my watch. Otherwise, it was high-tech, and Dangote that initiated concrete pavement, taking it to the next level, because what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR did while he was governor was an introductory part of the concrete road, and that is by the using of interlocking, concrete ties to do the roads in Lake VI, and is still sustaining, which is wonderful, and that's also where we took our courage and bearing. And so that is the procurement. And so you want to see what this company has done, you go and see a Papa Oshuki or Oshuki project that hitherto was never, a success in terms of the flexible pavement that was used. And you see vehicles that are parked there for 7 days, but right now, under this kind of arrangement of concrete pavement, you see a very wonderful road, and that is standing a test of 50 years to 100 years. And so what next is this about the procurement process, this about ESIA, this about whether the project was appropriated, yes. And so they will come to naught, because what they thought we didn't have, we have it. And I'm also equal to the task. I fought many battles as governor of Ebonyi State. And so my name is David. And I'm not afraid of battle of this thing, but let them hear it and hear it well. That if they want to unduly benefit from the project by going to court, they are wasting their time, because David is there. Yes. Projected that it could be up to 16 trillion. It's in our presentation, because if you check some of the projects inherited by Mr. President, some have lasted 18 years. And so you talk about when dollar was 150 naira to a dollar. You talk about when HGO was 130 naira per liter, and then you compare it with what we have today. And so our take in such projects is, because it's very embarrassing even taking such projects to fake. You come and say project was 11 billion 18 years ago and it's 180 billion now. Who will believe our story? So the safest way is to have an agreement with the contractor, have it terminated, and then reprocured, in bids based on availability of funds. So the funding and budgetary provision are our guidelines now in any procurement or review of projects that we are doing. So you see some projects may be stepped down due to poor budgetary provision, but they are not terminated. When there is fund, we resurrect them and we go ahead. When people are destroying the bridge parapet to just get road reinforcement, the labor that are putting there, if they put it in meaningful work, they will be able to make movement. But it's just lack of patriotism and criminality. Look at the second Niger bridge. They went to remove, they went to remove the expansion joint. That's terrible. You look at Lagos, the Abuja Kano, they destroy the media JC to look for reinforcements. We have also employed two generals, SSA Security, who is also helping us to form some, vigilante, for surveillance over some of this critical infrastructure. But with the assistance of the public and the new measures we are implementing, and the ones we will not tell you yet, we are sure to, arrest that menace. You want training, you want to become engineer overnight. So you have to pay for it. But on a lighter note, yes, we're going to not allow you under the rain. By the first week of November, we have to divide the media into 6. And then get 6 directors or the zonal directors. They will take, the media people, through 2 zones or 3 zones at least, so that you'll be able to write more. So I would like the directors and of course the media people to send their proposal to the PAM secretary. And so there is no further discussion on that other than this is the budget, this is the timetable by November 1. And then by the end of November, we'll now do another press conference. This time you'll be the one speaking. And I'll be asking questions. The legacy project, yes. The project time is 8 years from May 29th, 2023. Add 8 years to it. That is the project timetable. And it's a divine time. The cost, each time we award, because we are now to award in sections, we always come to this thing to analyze the cost. The cost of projects in Lagos, Calabar is not the same cost of Sokoto, Badagry. It's not the same cost. So the cost for the 3-4 legacy projects are not going to be the same. But the transparency of the Minister of Works is such that before we send our document to PPP, we invite the NGOs, the civil society organization, the press, and then we read out the bidding documents of all the bidders. And so you will be carried along very seriously in the transparency of the procurement of these legacy projects. So that is what I would say, but thank you.